What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ranch. All right, ranchers, we are at the base of my tree stand. It is the end of July, and I'm coming in to get my trail cameras in. This is a newer stand. I got it in last year on the ranch on a nice bench system that's off this way. So when I say bench, I'm coming up, and right here is the top of the incline, and it flattens out. So my eye level right now is just below the top of this bench. So you'd have to get to about the top of my head to be at the level of what's happening all out in here. And I have a lot of deer movement right here on the edge of this bench ridge coming down, and I'm trying to see what's moving in here with my trail camera. I picked this tree because it's in a nice hemlock. It's all green. I've got another thick tree right next to it, breaking me up with all this hemlock and pine behind me here. So really nice dark cover. After all these leaves come down, this is still green and dark. So when I climb up into this, I'm gone. I'm just a mixture of all that darkness with my camo and green up in that, and they cannot see me. The other reason why I like this is right on my property line. I am looking in, so as I come up from down below, nothing sees me come around and get up into this tree stand, and I'm surveying everything that's up on this bench here in front of me. My main road of my property is about 40 yards in front of me. We do not use that road that goes up and down the center of my property after September. That is a no-go zone because we want all our human scent to go off of that and them to feel safe to travel up and down on that road. And what they do is along all these flat little ridges at the tops of these little benches that my mountain piece goes down, they walk along. I see a lot of doe. In fact, when I got here this morning to set up and look around, I spooked the doe out right in front of me here. So putting in a trail camera, gonna see if what's moving here is a buck, which is what I'm hoping for. We have another little group of hemlocks more in the center of my property. And I know in the winter when there's snow during the gun season, there's a lot of beds, a lot of scat. And the deer are definitely laying to get out of the weather right here in upstate New York, where underneath that green is just being underneath an awning, and it's a much nicer place to be in the winter than out in the open woods here. So I'll show you my trail camera now and where I'm shooting at in perspective to my tree stand. So looking from the bottom of my tree stand on the way up, this is what I was describing. You could see this is all hemlock green. And you can also see the angle of the woods, how it goes down. And I come up my property line, down from in here up on my property line. And what makes that great is most of the time when I'm in this stand, the wind is coming this way, and then the afternoon thermals are pulling the wind down this mountain. So no matter what I'm doing in this stand, the deer should not smell me because the wind should be pulling my scent that way, and then the thermals are sucking it down that way behind me. So when I get in this stand, everything where I'm looking, which is really thick, I know what you're saying, but this changes once we get into that bow season and gun season, and this opens up. And let me tell you, bucks don't like to be out in the open park-like woods. Now let me show you my trail camera. So this is the trail camera I'm using. I have a lot of Wildgameinnovations trail cameras. This is a Scrapeline trail camera. I really like this camera. It's really easy to operate. When my hands are cold, I'm able to flip open the one latch and get in there and operate what amounts to be 4 buttons. Power, up and down, and then, and I'm sorry, take that back. Power, plus and minus, and then enter. So you turn it on, you move around, press enter to select whatever you're selecting, and then when you just shut this, and you'll hear a clip, and that's it. Yes, I did that dramatically loud for the woods, but it doesn't clip that loud. You could see my ladder is right behind me there, and that is because I don't want to stamp all over my shooting area with this trail camera and put my scent. I want to be able to stay right in here where I'm shooting. And I know you're like, wow, that looks really close. And it is, but my shot is going to be right in here. And I'm actually going to shoot right before that hinge cut tree. So I have a walking lane where the deer come down, and even they come down right in here in front of me here. Along this down log holds them back, and they walk down in front of me here from up in that bedding area. And I want to see what's moving here. This is a really awesome 20-yard bow shot from that tree, right in front of this tree, to where I'll be sitting up in that stand. And I'm interested to see what's moving through here. And that's my trail camera setup for this stand. All right, ranchers, that's a little quick tour of how I'm setting up the trail camera on this tree stand location. I gave you a little bit of tour of what the wind and thermals are like, a little bit of idea of what my bench system is, but I am in no means a professional. I work on hunches and signs. I'm a super enthusiastic hunter, and I'm really into this, but no professional training. I am really just all about being in the woods and putting my time in. I've been hunting since I was 6 years old with my dad, been hooked ever since. And what's happening here is a lot of sign, a lot of things are coming together with the top of the ridge meeting the flatness of the bench. I have, my food plot is way down below. The top of the mountain is just one ridge up. So this is one ridge, the bench is one ridge down here. And I just got a good feeling about this, as well as liking the tree. This is a great tree to disappear into, and that is why I'm trying to, you know, you saw me hinge cut, you saw me clear out, well, you didn't see me, but I hinge cut that tree, which you could see, and I cleared out a little bit of the pathway in front to just promote the deer to walk up and down here in front of me. With rifle, totally different strategies, because you can reach out and touch those deer much further away than I can with my bow. So everything's got to fall into place, and that is why the camera's close. The shot where I'm hoping to shoot is close, because that's what it's like with bow. And I need everything to fall into that exact place, exact timing. Everything has to be perfect. And I'm working on a hunch. Sounds crazy, but I think that's what deer hunting's about. Getting out there and putting some pieces together and getting a really good feeling of what's happening. Now, this is only one small moment, fraction, piece of what's happening around me. I got another great shot opportunity over this way that I think there's also a lot of movement right into the 20 yards into the top of the bench, which would be about a 40-yard shot for me from that stand right there. But I don't want to put my camera up in there because it'll be tough for me to go check it and pull the card and put my scent in there where I want to shoot into. I want to sneak up down in here, get into this stand, and be gone. I don't want anything to know that I came in and I'm looking into their bench drop-in ridge system here. So that's what's happening here. That was a very long conclusion, I know, but all of a sudden I had a lot to say. Thanks for sticking in and listening to all that. But I think you understand a little bit more that this is something that I'm hoping to pull all the pieces together on. All right, ranchers, thanks for watching.